welcome to another flight log. Today, I'm flying the Emax Juan Diego 250. This isn't the first quad that I built, but it's the first one that I kept in the air long enough to start getting a feel of the quad and FPV and start really having fun with it. These flight logs are all about what happened that day. The people that I flew with or that I met along the way, the spectators, the passersby, the locations that I flew at, the stunts, obviously, and each day usually included a learning experience. And that's what I want to share in each flight log, what I learned that day. I think there's a lot to be learned by reviewing your flight footage. I record almost all of my flights and I rewatch them and replay them a lot like a sports team would. I think we as FPV pilots use the quad as an extension of ourselves, and there's a huge learning curve to reach the proficiency where it feels like it's second nature. One of the first obstacles that I overcame that allowed me to really start having fun was switching to a high-quality video transmitter and antenna, namely the FX799T. This video transmitter was push-button as opposed to having dip switches like the previous one, and I knew what channel I was on, and it just seemed to produce a lot better signal. Having confidence in the gear and confidence in my skills means that I felt a little bit riskier. I felt like I could try flying under the trees and through gaps and through things, so feeling more confident and taking the risks, it's not without the hazards, you know. So yeah, I crashed a couple of times, and today I crashed, and whenever I walked over to pick up my quad, I brought my transmitter and my goggles with me, and instead of going all the way back to the car and setting it on the ground and sitting on the trunk of the car, I decided to just see if I could stand out in the field and take off and orbit around myself. So this was the first time I orbited myself, and I noticed that my head was moving around all the time. What I was thinking was, it's very third person whenever you look at yourself, and I noticed that it's really hard to keep your head straight when you're flying around. Well, I sure do hope you enjoyed this flight log. We will be coming at you with more Broken Prop crew footage real soon.
Awesome.